Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Couple up to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Low. 6-18.
Now this time, Carl throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
6-18.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. This is fielded at the 27. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. Room to run past midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Hey, let's go. 39.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. A give to Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, it's Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. This is Gallman. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
A spin. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Carr. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a toss. This is Gallman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Hey, let's go.
They'll put it in the hands of their receiver, Sanders. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Play action. Ryan. Buying time to his left. And he'll get that out to Ronald Jones, the rookie. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Gallman will run it. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Steps away. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again. On
3rd down, Ryan drops it to Jones in the flat. sheds off the tackle. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll be third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Well, Jumbo.
First carry here for Taiwan Jones. And he's brought down. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Express. 6:37.
Here's a run for the former Louisville Cardinal, Sonoris Perry. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Go Chief.
The give is to Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
7:34. 6:94.
Now Carr. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Ryan. McDonald here over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go. 22.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Ryan. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Ryan on the move to his left. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll pitch it out to Jones. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go. Gun, gun, gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Gallman. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
OP.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The linebacker, Junior Gillette, in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Titans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him.
And it's fielded at the 34. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And a solid run down inside the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Get up!
Again, it's Jones. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Jones. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. On 2nd down, Ryan forced out to his left. Incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They run again with Breida. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Hey, 7:30 24.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Good set, good set.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Here's Breida. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They run with Breida. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's a give to Jones running left. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On the give, this is their fullback. And a short gain here down to the 22. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They run with a fullback Smith. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run with Perry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski on for the extra point. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Ryan. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. A dump underneath to Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Titans, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.